Welcome back to my weekly reading. I'm Debbie A. Anderson, and this week's reading is for Monday, August the 15th through to Sunday the 21st, 2016. As you can tell by the lighting, the weather here is not as great today as it has been, but it's still hot and steamy outside, hence the loose clothing here. So I'm going to be using, as always, the Vibrational Energy Oracle deck and the Vibrational Earth Children deck. They're both two decks that I've created along with the I Am Vibrational Affirmation deck. And I'm sorry to say, but this week's concentration is on miscommunication. And wow, I have to say it's going to be a struggle for many of you, including me. So we all know how this goes. It's all about perception, our perception, others' perception, and how that happens. We all use different types of mediums to communicate, even the medium, like me, communicating via social media, texting and emailing, and they can all lead to a different awareness based on many things. Mainly misconceptions, which we all know are false impressions, the false vibration or belief based on one or both parties misreading what is shared or asked of them. So if I say to you something like, if you have time, can you go mow the lawn this afternoon? Which I'm sure is a cry of many parents to their kids in the summer vacation. I'm making a presumption that you or that person will do it without knowing what that intention of that person is, your intention, or getting any form of agreement from you with that person. I know it seems simple, but so who's at fault? Now I hear the little cogs and wheels turning in your mind and wondering how many times you've done this already recently. Hey, hands up. We all do it, mostly unknowingly. We say yes, or we answer in a way that makes it sound to the other person that we're on board, whereas maybe we just responded without realizing what we either committed to or not committed to. So it is the way we communicate today, sadly, assuming that the words we say, that we speak, are readily translated across the void of our universe. And even if language is your first, if English is your first language of speaking, like mine, there are different ways that we can communicate. So spiritually, when we do this, we can assume, notice the word I said assume, we're on the same page. But in many cases, we're not even reading the same book. So especially this week, because these little niggles are going to explode into bigger, more crazier annoyances for us. So your mantra this week, and you say it to yourself, be clear and concise, and make sure the person you're communicating with is on the same page. And in fact, the same line on that page as you. So here are the questions this week, clear and to the point. Is there something I should be aware of when communicating with others? How can I ensure I am communicating concisely? Can you encourage me not to get upset or disappointed? Because that is a big focus here. We get frustrated with the other person, we get upset, and then it just goes into craziness. So as always, I tap into the Vibrational Energy Oracle deck first off and ask the questions while I'm shuffling the beautiful blue deck here. Let's see, the first question I'm asking, is there something I should be aware of when communicating with others? And there she goes. All right, let's put her up here. Openness. Can't get any clearer than that, can we? Openness. All right, so I'll continue shuffling. How can I ensure I'm communicating concisely? I can't even say it, so that's even more crazy. Put it up here. Knowing. She says, contemplating that. Can you encourage me not to get disappointed or upset this week? I think this is down to you guys, not me. Spiral coil. All right, so let's just put those up the right way so I know when I'm going to do the next part of it. So now using the Vibrational Earth Children's deck, which is a children's deck, it says looking at our inner child, asking those same questions. Is there something I should be aware of when communicating this week? Obviously, I'm not even having to shuffle the card. Do you hear? Do you understand, I suppose? How can I ensure I'm communicating concisely? It shot over the other side there. I almost lost it off the table. Please show me. Maybe we need to be asking for a lot of help this week. Can you encourage me not to get upset or disappointed? Easy peasy. It's that easy. Yeah, we have the easy button this week, folks. Okay, so at this point, sorry, I'm chewing your fisherman's friend here, and for Claire Morgan, when you're watching this, she will just burst into raptures of laughter. Inside a joke, as they say. When we were travelling, I used to, when we were doing the evenings of clairvoyance, get very dry throat, because when you're working with spirit anyway, that seems to be the one thing with me that suffers, and I would pop in a throat sweet called Fisherman's Friends. For any of you out there that don't know about this, my husband thinks they're the grossest thing on the earth, but they actually work very quickly. And one evening she said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm sucking a fisherman's friend." And at that point everybody erupted into laughter. So all right, let's get focused here, people. Let's get focused and see what our spirit guides and helpers are going to give us in this week when we need to know how to communicate concisely. Is there something I should be aware of when communicating with others? Openness. Be open. Listen to your words, how you say things. Be clear and concise. Keep on point. And I mean keep on point, don't sidetrack, so you're losing people on the way. I do that, so I apologise up front to the people that I lose on track. And listen to people, listen to everything, feel the emotions, listen to your words. And I mean really feel the emotions. Are they heart-centred, not head-centred? So sometimes it's about listening, not talking. Say the answer to the question asked to yourself first, and see if you understand it, because all will be lost if you don't understand it. So openness. And now for the inner child. Do you hear? Yes, this is all about hearing, listening. Always funny the way it's not really funny the way they connect. Pay attention to what you feel, because this is about the emotional side, because everything is heart-centered. If you think you hear something when somebody's talking to you, clarify and don't get upset about it, because it's all about how you come to understand things, the outcome, how the outcome benefits you spiritually and physically. How can I ensure I'm communicating concisely? Always a difficult one. Perception. Knowing the card, because you do really know. Back to the heart again. It's that vibration. Again, it's about listening to your intuition. Pay attention to what you hear say. And keep it simple. Stay very much in touch with it this week. Very much in touch. Because as always, respond. Don't react. Act upon what you know is being correct. And if not, ask. Ask. We have a tongue and an ability to actually use it quite well. All right, so from the inner child perspective, how can I ensure I am communicating concisely? Please show me. As a grown-up, as an adult, if you want to cut through the noise, you need to make your message as simple and as easy to digest as possible. And if you're not sure, ask Spirit how to show you. Please show me. Last question. Can you encourage me to not get upset or disappointed? Spiral coil. Do I need to say more? Stay flexible. And in the moment of intention, yes, that is correct. Your intention has everything to do with this week. I can't remember who said this quote, but I love it. What we've got here is a failure to communicate. So if you are spiritually feeling that failure to communicate syndrome, you have to understand why. Yes, this is where you, the adult, have to ask yourself in an honest and open way, why? Why don't I understand it? And then take a breath. Always take a breath. And find a way to turn things around. Because if you don't, and of course, yes, you will get upset. It's all perspective. So if you don't feel the communication is crystal clear, ask that person to explain to you in another way. But you both need to keep breathing. You both need to keep calm about this. It's not going to gain anybody any ground by getting upset and frustrated. Can you encourage me to not get disappointed and upset? Easy peasy. Yes, it is. The easy button. And we all know there are always ways to turn something around. Change the vibrations to balance within ourselves. If we feel that element of frustration building up, take a moment, take a breath, and honestly ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? What is this moment showing me? Because it is that easy. It's all about perception, people. All about perception. Nothing else. So they're the 3 cards this week. Now I want to see what our... I almost lost it. Holy mackerel. I have to say I had to catch it between my legs. Not a pretty sight. But at least you know this is live. I don't pre-record it. Okay, I am vibrational. And the affirmation for this week is card number 47. I am shifting in vibrational honesty and sensitivity. Honesty is the sincerest vibrational communication. I think we have it. As always, wishing you an inspirational week, embracing your true vibrational essence.